Hey guys, welcome back to another Mango Munchies video. So today we're going to be doing an experience review. So we're going to be talking about our experience with a Central Florida chain called Korea House, which, as you can hear, it is a Korean chain of Korean restaurants where you can do Korean barbecue, or you can opt to not to have Korean barbecue, but they cook it and then bring it out to your table for you. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Korean barbecue is pretty interesting because if you're a person that has never had it before, you actually have to cook your own food.
Except you don't prep it yourself, Asian cooking prep takes the longest time. Cook is bing, bang, boom, but any Asian cuisine, if you make it at home, you know prep takes forever. It can take days, it can take hours, and it's very laborsome and strenuous. But the cooking is like, you need everything like right there.
So they do make you cook your food, which is interesting. But the food where we ate it at was really good.
It was bomb.
It was pretty good.
There's multiple locations here in Central Florida. We went to one, but for safety reasons, we won't tell you specifically where.
Yeah, it was really good. They had basically like an all-you-can-eat option where pretty much you paid... For us, what was it, $36?
$32 per person. There's a premium version that was $41 per person, which you could get LA Kalbi, you could get like 2 other premium marinated meats, and then we just opted for standard Korean barbecue, all you can eat, which neither one of us knew that once you're there for barbecue, you have to do all you can eat. There's no option for no all you can eat, and it's a 2-hour time limit as well.
Yep. So that was kind of interesting. So we thought we'd be on a time crunch, but we actually got super full in the first hour.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half, right. So we had a good bit of time at the end, I would say.
Yep, and we still had about 46 minutes left by the time that we paid and checked out.
Yeah, we could have stayed longer and been those people, but we were so full.
Yeah, so a bunch of different appetizers came with it, and... that was really interesting because I didn't know that all came with the all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue, that all of the different appetizers that were listed under all-you-can-eat just come out with your meal. Like that's what you're paying for as well.
We got fried dumplings. We got, like, what was that? It wasn't a sushi roll, but it was like a...
No, that didn't come with it. I ordered that separately.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It didn't come with it. But basically, we got fried... dumplings.
Let me. I'm the one who memorizes everything. So we got their new butter bibimbap, which is mixed rice. So like a new butter mixed rice in a stone clay bowl that keeps it warm. That was really good, and I think it was a new dish that they were trying to promote through the all-you-can-eat as well. We got japchae, which is their stir-fried glass noodles. We got a lot of the different banchan, which is different Korean side dishes like kimchi. We got like the Korean corn that you liked, and the mandu, which is the fried dumplings that he was talking about, and some bomb Korean sauce that went with it. I ordered on the side, it wasn't on the all-you-can-eat menu at all, kimbap, which is the little rice rolls, which is not sushi, because sushi is Japanese. Don't let Koreans hear you say that it's a sushi roll, because they...
I said it looked like a sushi roll.
Yeah. But
it wasn't sushi, because it didn't have fish. It had some type of beef.
It was bulgogi that was in it. If you don't know what any of this is, Google it. Or I will link it down in the description below, all the Google links for all of the stuff that you guys need to know. Overall, it was a really good experience. We got a bunch of different meat, but I think for us, our favorite meat that we had ordered was the beef bulgogi.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And then since I ordered pork belly, it came with like the little sauce. I think it was like samjan sauce, and in one side, which is the red sauce that you were using on all the meats. That's what that red sauce was, the little dish. And a side of sea salt, which she just told me. She was like, oh yeah, for the pork belly, you just dip it in the sea salt. And yeah, that was actually really bomb.
The sea salt made it really good.
I dipped the beef brisket in the sea salt, and it was really good. It really elevated it. But yeah, so it was a really good experience overall. I don't know. You, I guess, didn't have the best experiences with Korean barbecue in the past.
Every single time I've ate Korean barbecue, I've gotten sick. But this time I didn't, and I think it's really because the other times I was with friends and we were trying to rush, which is never a good thing when you're eating Korean barbecue, because you have to cook the food.
Yeah.
Like, they do all the prep, but you have to cook the actual meat. So if you're trying to rush, it's just like, you can't do that. You need to set aside, like, 2 hours to eat at Korean barbecue.
Yeah. And he really made sure that we thoroughly cooked through all of the meat.
Right.
While we were there.
Another big thing that if you go, you probably know, but if you don't, you have no idea about, is it might seem very simple, but you have to, like, cut the meat.
That's why they bring scissors.
That's why they bring scissors. I don't think the other times I've had Korean barbecue, they had scissors out. They just kind of gave us stuff, but it was a little bit more, like, finely chopped.
Yeah. So this is like more like how they would do Korean barbecue in like South Korea, is like they'd give you scissors so you can cut it into like whatever sizes that you prefer.
Yeah.
So I guess if you like bigger bite sizes, you cut it bigger. You like smaller bite sizes, you can chop it up however you want. But it was a very interesting experience because I've only had Korean barbecue 2 other times, and one was with a friend before they moved, and the other time was with actually 3 times. Another was with some friends when I was in high school, and the first time was with my mom. We were just having a girls' day. But we didn't get that much because, as you know, my mom's pretty small.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, overall, very interesting experience, and it's very different from all the times that I've been there over the years. They had a lot more stuff. And the scissors is a new thing, because they didn't used to do the scissors before.
Yeah, if you're concerned about getting sick because you have to cook your own food, I would ask for scissors or ask for something like scissors and knife.
Tell them that you've never had Korean barbecue before. That way the ajumas, the Korean aunties, can help you cook, because the waitress came over to us a few times and she looked at the meat and she was like, oh yeah, it's almost done. Or don't eat it yet, like it's not done cooking.
Yeah.
Which was very, very helpful. So the Korea house that we went to here in Central Florida, all the Korean aunties were they paid attention to like how we were doing and all the other stuff. We kept getting our waters refilled. She kept asking if we needed any more things, and yeah.
I put the chicken on and she's like, yeah, you gotta cut that. And then she just kind of went and started to cut it, I think.
Yeah. And then I was like, I have a small mouth, so I got big cheeks, but I got small mouth, so the bites. So I cut it a bit more, because he was very concerned about the cook time on the chicken, because the cook time on the chicken is just very different. You actually need to make sure it's more cooked than beef.
Right.
Like, a lot more. So,
yeah, like a lot more, yeah.
So with that, I just thought it'd be safer to cut it up to even smaller bite-sized pieces to help with the cook time. And it was a little too spicy for me, the Korean marinade on the chicken bulgogi, so I made him eat it all, basically, with the rice.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, really good experience. You got a lot of the sides that you got were really good. You also get bowls of rice under the all-you-can-eat, but they don't bring that straight out to you. You do have to ask for that, but that is included in the all-you-can-eat. It shows you on the menus what is included in your packages. And yeah, so that was our experience. 10 out of 10, I would highly recommend. And go with people that'll make sure that the food's cooked and won't rush you to eat undercooked meat.
You need at least, 2 hours to set aside.
Which is why there's that 2-hour limit, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
But the bigger your party, the harder it may be, because if you're ordering more meat and you only have a limited amount of space on the barbecue at the table, it might take a little bit.
My big tip is, just don't rush. Just don't.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth. You're gonna be sick for hours or days if you eat this uncooked meat. You have to cook it all the way.
But also know your limits and don't over order meat. because the
Yeah.
portion sizes were pretty good.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. So Korea House doesn't have a limit from what I've seen, but I've went to another Korean barbecue place in Florida, and they did have a limit where if you didn't finish your meat, you had to pay an extra like $8.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a little ridiculous. Like, I get it.
But they
don't want to
probably
waste food.
had issues where people were being very wasteful.
Where people are like, "Oh, I'll have everything," and then they bring it out, and then you don't eat it.
They leave half of like the stuff. But
I could totally see that in Orlando with all of the tourists and everything. They go, "Oh, order everything."
But also where we went as well, we cleaned up our plates pretty well, and just like any person of color, there's those aunties that'll be like, oh, they eat really good. Like, they just like seeing you eat. I don't know. Korean grandmas, Asian grandmas, black grandmas, everybody of color that has a grandma or an older auntie like that, they'll just be like, oh, those kids, they eat really well. Because, like, we've basically finished our plates for the most part. I think we only left a little bit, like this much of noodles left over. But yeah, we basically cleared our plates because we didn't overdo it with ordering all the meat. So I think that was another reason why they weren't mad at us. And we're okay with some of the leftover stuff that we had.
Yeah, they're pretty chill.
But yeah, 10 out of 10. I would highly recommend if you're in the Central Florida area, you're craving some Korean barbecue. Korea House is always a solid play. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.